Thank you for joining me. My name is Brandon Elrich. My publication is Brandon Elrich is So Gay. In case you haven't seen any of my videos yet, I guess I put this little apple here just for decoration because I am going to try to make a caramel apple cheesecake. First of all, do you say caramel or caramel? Caramel? Whatever it is. I'm going to make one. I think I'm going to try it. This is an experiment. I'm making up this recipe. I don't have a recipe. I'm making this up. I've made several cheesecakes before, and I feel like I know the basics of it. So I think I can kind of put together my own version. I've got a bunch of apples that I picked the other day, and I need to do something with them. I'm tired of putting them in my oatmeal every morning, and I've made apple butter and apple pie filling, a can, some of that, apple cookies, just everything apple. Caramel, Lisa says. Caramel, whatever. So anyway, if you haven't been here before, click the heart button so it can kind of get the message out there that I'm doing this video in case anybody else wants to join us. Um, so first, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the I'm gonna go ahead and do the crust first. So I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter. You can see in this bowl, and you're in the bottom camera. Well, it's the bottom one for me, at least. 2 tablespoons melted butter and a package, a ream, whatever you want to call it, package of graham cracker. I crushed it all up. Um, you could use a food processor if you want, but I just left it in the package and just used my hands to crush it all up. You have to kind of be careful though, because sometimes these packages aren't uh aren't the best sealed, so it might kind of pop open on you. So you might want to use you also can put it in a Ziploc bag and crush it with a mallet or a rolling pin or whatever. Same goes for Oreo cookies. If you want to do a chocolate crust, you could do Oreo cookies. For this recipe, I don't know, the chocolate. I didn't feel like the chocolate really was going to go with the caramel apple. I mean, you could do chocolate, but I wanted to do the graham cracker. There are all kinds of things you can use for a cheesecake crust. If you don't have graham crackers, you could use vanilla wafers if you've got those. You can also use nuts, pecans, walnuts, blend them up to where it's like a really like almost coarse sand. If you're using nuts, like if you're gluten free or whatever, you might want to use nuts. I would add some brown sugar to it because nuts can be kind of bitter, especially like walnuts. So I would recommend adding a couple tablespoons of brown sugar along with the butter because you need the butter to hold it all together. So I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 package of crushed up graham crackers, and I'm going to go ahead and pour those. Open those up. I think I got it pretty much crushed up. There's some little um, chunks in there, but they can get for the most part it's pretty crushed up. You can see as it's hopefully yeah you can see on the camera that it's pretty much powdered. There's a big chunk. Just kind of dust that, crush that up. All right. There's that. As you can see, I've got a two camera system here going, so you can see the bowl what I'm doing, and I can talk to you this way too. All right. So also, um, well, I'll mix that up a little bit first. I might need a little more butter for this, actually. Oh, no. Looks doesn't look like it's all coming together that well. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to pack it down in the bottom of the pan. For a cheesecake, you need a springform pan. If you don't know what a springform pan is, it's one of these with this little clasp on it, and you undo that to loosen the sides. You could use like a cake pan, but the reason you don't for a cheesecake is it's impossible to serve it. You know, you can't get your spatula down there or anything to when you slice it, you can't get it out there without making a big mess. I mean, you just have to dig into it to eat it. So that's why you need the springform pan. Take it off, lift it off the bottom part of the pan. Um, and in order to get it off the bottom, I always put a piece of wax paper on the bottom. So as you can see here, I'm going to put the pan on top of the wax paper and use a pencil to draw a circle on the wax paper around it to get it the right size. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to cut out the circle kind of haphazardly because it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm only using it to keep it from sticking to the bottom of the pan. Sometimes it comes off okay because of the butter and the graham cracker crust. That helps instead of oil. The butter kind of helps get it off the bottom of the pan, but it doesn't always work that well. So that's why I always add the wax paper. And I'm going to spray it just a little bit. And when I cut this out, as you can see, it's not a perfect circle. I left this little tab at the top. So when I put it in the bottom of the pan, this is going to stick out when I take the sides off. So I can grab that and kind of peel it off the bottom when it comes off. So I'm going to put it inside the bottom of the pan. I sprayed it a little bit with the cooking spray so it would sticks down on there, it wouldn't curl up on me. Hello, Samantha. All right. So I got that in the bottom. I don't know about this graham cracker crust actually. Let's see. Uh, oh, I'm going to spray the top of the wax paper also. I might need some more butter for this. Yeah, it doesn't look like I might have put too many graham crackers in it. Hmm. Might have to melt a little more butter for that. All right, let me get another bowl and some butter. It's a little too dry. So I'm gonna add a couple more tablespoons of butter and microwave that. Okay, while that's microwaving, I'm also going to make the caramel applesauce. Hello, Julie. I am making some caramel apple cheesecake. At least I'm trying to. All right. Pour some of this graham cracker in the bottom. I may not end up needing all of this graham cracker actually to cover the bottom. So, by the way, this is a 9-inch springform pan. They come in different sizes. The 9 inch is pretty standard size, but you can also get 10-inch. And I think they also might sell or might make 8-inch ones also, but I don't think those are quite as common. For this recipe, I'm using the 9-inch. So if you don't want to get your hands messy, you can like use the bottom of a like measuring cup or something to press the graham cracker in the bottom of the pan. But I don't care. I'm gonna just gonna get my hands messy. I can always wash them off. It's fine. And I washed my hands before this. Don't worry. But as I've said in my other videos, you're not gonna eat this, so don't worry about it. Looks great. Shared. Oh, shared. Okay. Shared the live. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Uh, it seems like I always, no matter what the recipe is, I always end up having to put a little more butter, except when I use Oreos, because the cream and the Oreo cookies kind of helps keep it together. So you don't need as much butter when you're using the Oreo chocolate crust. Uh, so you want to chop up the nuts or the graham crackers or vanilla wafers, whatever you're using. Chop it up pretty fine because you want it to completely cover the bottom of the pan. If there are chunks in there, the cheesecake batter can kind of get down in there and it's going to stick to the bottom of the pan, and you don't want that. So cover the bottom of the pan completely. The graham crackers or whatever else. And like I was saying earlier, if you're gluten free, there are other options you can use. You chop up nuts, pecans or walnuts, chop them to a fine kind of powder. Uh, Anybody else saying anything there? Okay. Any any questions? Just go ahead and throw them in the chat. I'll try to check on it periodically and answer your questions if I can. Okay, I think I got it pressed down in there pretty well. Now, I am going to put this in the oven 350 oven for about 10 minutes. You don't always have to do that, but I kind of like baking it just a little bit beforehand. Make sure it's the crust is done because you're going to be putting that batter on top of it and everything. All right, into the oven. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. All right, now washing my hands. All right, the next step part is the caramel apples sauce, I guess you could call it. So, in a pan, doing a third of a cup of brown sugar and a couple of tablespoons of water. And I'm going to heat that up to caramelize it, hence the name caramel apple. There's a big chunk there. Well, hopefully that'll melt. All right. Have to remember to keep an eye on that so it doesn't burn. All right, we can get rid of this and this. So, one thing that some people have with their cheesecakes is that it cracks while it's in the oven. That doesn't affect the taste. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you're just making it for yourself and you're not presenting it anywhere to anybody, then doesn't really care. Doesn't really matter. If you don't want it to crack, if you want it to look all pretty and nice, one of the ways to try to prevent that is bring all your ingredients to room temperature before you mix them all together. I just hopped on. What are you making good today? Well, I am attempting to make a caramel apple cheesecake. So this one, I'm doing 4 packages of cream cheese, and I've had them out for a while to let them kind of come to room temperature because um, you want to be able to cream them, so they've got to be a little bit soft. Sometimes, like when I preheat the oven, I'll put the packages still in the foil on the stovetop, and the warmth from the oven kind of heats it just a little bit, just to get them softened. I don't really like to microwave them. You can, I guess, just for a little bit. Just so long as you don't microwave them to the point that they melt. You don't want melted cream cheese because that will mess with the consistency of your batter. All right. That one didn't come open very well. My gosh, what is going on with this one? They never do this. Of course, when I'm on a live video, of course it's going to do it. Ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with that. It's ridiculous. All right, my sugar is melted. caramelizing right now. You see it? Yes. And now that it's caramelizing, I have apples that I have peeled, sliced, and chopped into little bits. And I'm going to add those to the caramelized sugar. I'm going to let those cook. Simmer for a while I'm putting together the other parts, the filling of the cheesecake. Oh, okay. Somebody said something. You also don't want to beat them too much. Well, yeah, you don't want to overmix, but we haven't gotten to the beating part yet. All right. See if I can open this one without so many problems. Oh, yes, that one came open. What? I don't know why that first one did that. Scrape it out. Wonderful. That one came out just lovely. Mm, I love cream cheese. Uh, so how's it going? Just trying to get this cream cheese package open. That's all. Don't worry about me. Uh, Cheesecake is great. It adapts well to diabetic friendly. Yes. I'm going to be putting sugar in mine, but of course you can use a sugar alternative like stevia or something. Oh my gosh, what is oh, hands all slick. Ridiculous. Oh, gosh, I've never had so much trouble with opening up cream cheese than when I'm on video. Of course it's gonna happen that way. Ridiculous. All right. Ah, beat it. Just beat it. That's right. All right. One more. Eh, okay. Must be just this brand that I bought. That's just I feel these a lot harder than the other ones I've gotten. My gosh. I expect you to get it open. All right. By the way, I hope you're not hearing an echo because this second camera thing always has an echo. I always hear my own voice. People on the chat last time said they couldn't hear it. I'm hoping that's true this time as well. All right. No echo here. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Well, I'll just leave that there for a little decoration. We can see past it. All right. 4 packages of cream cheese. I'm going to do half a cup of sugar. A lot of sugar, oh, Alexa, stop. Hold on. I'm going to take the crust out and let it cool while I'm doing the rest of this. I'm going to stir around my apples and sugar. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, a lot of cheesecake recipes call for like a cup of sugar. I'm not going to put that much in it because I've also got the caramelized apples, the brown sugar and apples that I'm going to be putting in there. So I don't think it needs as much sugar in the batter because I'm going to be adding that to the batter. Makes sense, right? I've got my trusty old mixer here. Scrape off the extra cream cheese there. Okay. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right. So we've creamed together sugar and the cream cheese. And we're adding 4 eggs. And they have been sitting out too. And as I said before, one way to try to keep your cheesecake from cracking is to bring all your ingredients to room temperature. Uh, Stirring the apples while I'm over here. Okay. 1 egg. Egg number 2. Egg number 3. Stir the apples. And egg number 4. Ooh, almost dropped the shell in there. Anybody saying anything? Um, oh gosh. Cool video setup. Oh, thank you, Julie. I wondered why it was telling me to subscribe to you. Oh, I don't know. Are you not subscribed? Okay, I can sit in the corner now and I can have the spoon and clean up the bowl and everything else. It looks delicious. Wait till it's done, even better. I missed the crust. What was it made from? I did a graham cracker crust, just, basic graham cracker and butter. But as I was saying, you can make the crust out of whatever. I mean, you can do vanilla wafers. I've done those a lot. Or vanilla wafer cookies. You can do nuts, pecans, walnuts, but as I as I said earlier, you need to add some brown sugar to the nuts because they can be very bitter, and it holds it together better. 9-inch pan, springform, graham cracker butter. Oh yeah, yeah. I cook and I baked the crust for about 10 minutes. Yeah, you can fake it with almond meal. Yes. You use sugar or sugar substitute. I'm using regular sugar because I can. Um, I don't know the comparison between sugar and stevia or whatever. I think there's like a different ratio or something, but I can't tell you what that is. I've been using as far as making keto ginger snaps. Yeah. Oh yeah. There are all kinds of things that you can use for a cheesecake crust. I happen to have a package of graham crackers that was like the last package in the box. So I needed to use them up. And this was a perfect way to use it because I don't know how long I've had them. They might have been a little stale, which is fine for the crust because you just crush it up and bake it anyway. So for the crust, that part's not going to matter. Um, hey, Brandon. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Rouser. I'm baking a cheesecake. Cheryl. Yep. That's what I said. Yeah. Absolutely love the apron. Thank you, Samantha. I only have a couple of aprons. Well, the others I have are like half aprons, so they don't even cover this part, which might be kind of pointless. Oh yeah, I need to mix up the last egg. All right, and I'm gonna put in a little vanilla extract. Oh, I guess like I don't know, teaspoon. Yeah, something like that. That looks good. And and You can some recipes call for heavy whipping cream, sour cream. I am using plain Greek yogurt, light Greek yogurt. Or not, no, this isn't Greek. Sorry. This is just plain light yogurt, not the Greek. Non-fat yogurt. And because it's the light, it's it's not as thick as the regular yogurt, which is fine. Just make the batter a little creamier. Stirring the apples. Okay. Added the vanilla and the yogurt. And I think I'll go ahead and I'm going to add a little nutmeg and cinnamon because I think those go well with apples, caramel apples. Stirring the apples. All right. Yeah. Oh, let's get this out of the way. Okay. Oh, I'm going to scrape down the sides a little bit. All right. And scrape it on the beaters. Okay. All right. How much yogurt did you use again? Oh, half a cup. Okay. All right. I'm gonna taste this batter. Tastes like cheesecake. I love cheesecake. It's not too sweet, but like I said, it's gonna have the caramelized apples in it. And I am stirring those apples right now. They are looking like they are probably about done. All right, I'm going to turn these off and take them off of the heat. Okay. I just, I just, um, I just tasted one. See if it was, they were soft enough on everything. Seems like they're ready. The batter is a little thicker than I was expecting. I don't know. Maybe I should add a little more of the yogurt. Hmm. I am tempted to throw together an apple dumpling. Yep. Do the apples go in or on top? They're going in the batter. Um, the bedtime on the porch cruise sending you an apron. Oh, well, that's awesome. Oh, by the way, while we're just sitting here, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my publication. A paid subscription would be very much appreciated because I do this as part of the way I earn a living. I'm a freelance writer and don't earn a lot outside of that. So, and Substack takes up a lot of time writing articles and doing these videos and everything. So, um, all the time I'm spending on Substack takes me away from my freelance writing where I could be making more money, but it's not as fun. I like doing this a lot better. So if you want to support me and you have the means, I would appreciate that. There's my spiel. All right. All right. Okay. So I'm kind of hesitating back and forth because I'm making up this recipe as I go, basically. So I'm just kind of judging how things are looking as I go along, and I making necessary adjustments. So here is the crust. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's so hard to know on this video. It's like when I'm moving it around, it's kind of backwards. I'm very tempted to. Oh, that will be interesting. Yeah, basically, I just didn't want to always go by other people's recipes. If I'm going to be cooking and making stuff, I want to come up with my own stuff, original recipes. Okay. I'm judging to see like how many apples I have. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing. All right. Now I'm going to pour the batter into the pan on top of the crust. I don't know if you can see that very well or not. I'm trying to move to where you can see it. All right. And it's kind of heavy holding this bowl. Gosh, I need a sous chef or something. Can anybody find me like a good looking sous chef? Hey, Julie, when you send that apron, send a young, good looking guy wearing it. All right, spreading the cheesecake batter to the edges of the pan. All right, there we go. Now I've got the caramelized apples that you can see here. I'm going to drop them in spoonfuls in various places on top of the batter. Spots down there. Okay. And then I'll take a knife and kind of swirl it through. As the cheesecake bakes, these apples should kind of sink down into the batter. At least that's my plan of how they should do. All right. See, got chunks of caramelized apples spread throughout the cheesecake. All right, this is going into the oven. I'm going to bake it for 45 minutes and see how that looks, and then I'll kind of check on it and see if it needs more time. A lot of cheesecakes take about an hour, but I don't want to go for an hour just in case. I mean, you always want to kind of set it to a lesser time just in case. Check on it. You can always leave it in for longer, but if you initially put it in for too long, you can't take it back. You can't, uh, reverse the cooking. All right. So that's going into the oven. To keep your cheesecake from cracking, um, another way to prevent that is to put a shallow pan of water in the bottom rack, and supposedly that kind of helps keep it from cracking. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that just for fun. I don't know if it actually works, but why not? You know? All right. Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 45 minutes. 5-minute timer started. Okay. So there we go. Um, Let me check over these comments. Let's see here. Uh, Oh, yeah. I'm very tempted. Oh, that'll be interesting. I haven't seen many cheesecakes that put filling in the cheesecake batter. Yeah, I've seen a couple. Um, I just figured I'd try this one. There's one that's a raspberry filling cheesecake, and it's like you put a layer of the cheesecake and then a raspberry layer, and then the rest of the cheesecake on top of it. I could have made some more of the apple stuff and made an entire layer, but I don't know. It just seemed like it would be too wet in it. So I didn't think that would be a very good idea. So just having the chunks of it. I would love to come cook it one day or have you cook here. Oh yeah. It will be when you put it. It will be when you put it on. Oh, the apron. The guy. Yes. Yes. It's unfair that you don't get to taste the dishes, but you can make your own. You use a water bath. Oh yeah, Lisa, that's what I just did. I put a little pan of water in the bottom. Sometimes it seems like I've tried all these different tricks, and there are sometimes where it just cracks anyway. Not a big deal. Um. Anyway, well, we're right at an hour, which is perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for the next 45 minutes till the cheesecake's done. After the cheesecake is done, well, you want to test. Kind of look at the edges first. The edges will start to get hardened a little bit, firm at least, and you can touch the middle of it. If it's really jiggly, then it's probably not done yet. It can have some softness in the middle because once you take it out and it cools and sets up and it goes in the fridge, it will set up the rest of the way. But anyway, when it's done, take it out, let it cool, and then run a knife around the edge to make sure it's separated from the pan. Then let it cool completely. Cover it with saran wrap or something and put it in the fridge for several hours. And then we can take it out. So it's 5 o'clock now. I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'll charge you at the same time. How about 4 o'clock tomorrow? If you want to see the end result, I will take it out of the fridge and remove the pan, remove the cheesecake onto another plate, and cut into it, and we can see how it went. So, maybe back here again tomorrow, 4 o'clock Central, and we can see how it went. I don't know. The batter was a little thicker than usual. I probably should have added some more liquid to the batter, but I don't know. With those apples in there, that might have helped with the moisture. So I don't know. It's like I said, we're just gonna see. I'm pretty sure that it's still gonna taste all right, and I'm still gonna eat it. So sounds like a plan. That's cool. Can't wait. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Almost 20 people here. Thanks, Marnie, Samantha, Julie, Cheryl, Lisa, Maria, and whoever. Oh, Enrique joined at the end here. So sorry, Enrique, you didn't see the process, but if you come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock, you can see the end result. So I really hope this turns out well. I don't know. All right. See you later.